Hey guys, J0, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land, whatever part of the world that you are in. Okay, I am here with our grandma, Abuelita. She is showing me how to make one of my favorite meals ever, is called Garnachas. And what we're doing right now is we're making the tortillas. This is just maseca, which is corn flour, maseca, and water. We're making the tortillas. So we're going to get us a little ball of tortillas, and we're going to dab the fingers in the water, put a little bit of water on it like that. It just kind of helps it stick into your hands so that you can do it better. I am by no means an expert tortilla maker or nothing like that, but Abuela is. So you're just going to flatten it out and kind of round the edges as you go, patting it down like that. ¿Está bien?
Sí, así está bien.
Okay.
Cuando haga otra ya le sale más bien.
Okay.
Y así.
We're going to just set them here on the side. Sí. And what we're doing, we just got our griddle here, and it's on about 4. Okay, sorry about that. So we're cooking them. Once we have them made, we'll cook them on the griddle at about 400 degrees or so. Just a little bit of vegetable oil so that we can cook them and flip them over. And then whenever they are done, yeah. When they're done, we'll just set them on a towel because they're really hot to handle, and we'll just kind of fold up the edges all around like this to make it like a little. It's gonna look like a little pie shell kind of. And I'm using a towel that way I don't burn the end of my fingers while I'm folding this up all around. And we have a whole bunch of these that we have already made. Mary and Abuelita has made a whole lot, but we're going to do this until we get all of our tortillas done. And you can take the same tortilla mixture and roll them out really thin to make regular corn tortillas, but we're making something called garnachas, so we need them kind of thick, kind of like a gordita bread type stuff. So this is what we're doing. And the only other thing we got doing different right now is we got some carrots, whole carrots. They're boiling in some water. That's all we're doing is boiling them, but we'll show y'all when we get to the next step what to do. So vamos bien. Alright. Okay guys, Abuelita is finishing up the tortillas, and now we have just a piece of beef right here. It's like an arm roast.
Córtelo así, así. Y lo echa aquí y le pone agua. Okay. Y un poquito de sal y que se cosa.
Okay.
En la estufa.
Okay, she's telling me I'm going to take this piece of beef.
Oh, lo está sacando.
We're going to cut it into 3 pieces. We're going to put it into our pot here, and we're going to cook it with just a little bit of agua, a little bit of water, and a little bit of salt. And we're going to cook it like this so that we can get it completely done and shred the meat apart. La verdad, vamos a poner un poquito de piezas, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to do this. So all we're going to do is put in a little bit of salt, probably a couple of tablespoons. And we're just going to put water to the top of the meat, and we're going to let it cook. It'll probably take half hour, 45 minutes. ¿Cuánto tiempo cocinar?
Ya puede apagar. Sí, la vamos a cocer.
Ya sé, pero ¿cuánto tiempo?
Hasta que se haga blandita.
Yeah, she said cook it
till
it's done.
Una hora se va a tardar porque se hace tarda.
Okay, she said probably about an hour, closer to an hour.
Ya para aquí su comal ya estuvo todo.
Poquito.
No, ya.
Okay.
Ya acabamos.
Okay, and we're done with our tortillas. Yay! So we're going to cook this meat, and we'll show you when the meat's done what we're going to get into next. So. Okay guys, now we are going to cut our meat. It's done most of the way through, but we're not done cooking it yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it into smaller pieces so we can put it in our little processor here and shred it up. We've got our cast iron skillet on the stove over there getting hot. We've got lard in it, and going to let it get hot because we're going to fry a bunch of the stuff, the onions and the meat and some dried tomatoes and stuff like that together. The first thing is to cut our meat into smaller chunks so that we can shred it up. However you want to shred it up, go ahead and do it. But we're just going to take some of these chunks now, toss them in here a few at a time, and
Más.
Así es.
Sí, así está bien.
Okay.
Está bien buena.
We're going to shred it all up to where it looks like this, almost like hamburger. And we're going to put this into the skillet with the onions and start frying them together. ¿Verdad? ¿Vamos a cocinar todo junto o quieres la cebolla
primero? No, primero la cebolla.
Okay, she wants to fry the onions first.
En un trastecito para que la muela toda.
Okay, we're going to start in the skillet frying the onions first. So once we get our onions fried, then we'll get with you the next time we go to do something else. So. Okay, we put in 1 teaspoon of garlic. We're going to put in some of our dried tomatoes. ¿Cómo cuánto quieren? Me diga.
Pues yo digo que ya, porque si yo no tanteo como sea de fuerte, yo que ya.
Okay. And then we're going to fry all that together. Let the tomatoes rehydrate a little bit.
Ay, sí. Está bien rico la salsa de ¿verdad?
Sí. Y la última es el carne, ¿verdad?
La carne.
Sí. Okay, once this is all cooked up, then we're going to add our meat to it, but it's going to take a couple of minutes. ¿Cómo cuántos minutos cocinar eso?
Pues poquito, porque esta carne ya está cocida.
Sí. ¿Cuánto más tiempo tiene esto?
Esto ya está cocido tampoco. Ya le puede poner la carne.
Okay, and we're going to go ahead and add the meat now.
Sí.
This is the meat that we had, that we got it all shredded up. Here we go.
Ahora vamos a probar de sal. Ahí tiene tanta sal.
Sí, necesita sal.
Sí. No, pruébelo usted.
Okay, she said salt and pepper to taste. Ahí dice, la sal está allá.
Como le tanteamos.
Add that much. I'd say probably a teaspoon, maybe a little more than a teaspoon. Remember, we fried this up in lard, and you can see the tomatoes are starting to get rehydrated from the little bit of.
Yo creo que le echamos tantito caldito porque está muy seco, ¿no?
Un poquito de agua.
No, caldito.
Okay. We're going to add a little bit of our beef broth that we cooked the meat in because it's a little bit dry.
Poquito.
I'd say it's probably about a quarter of a cup. We may add more if we need to.
Sí. A ver, pruébala.
Yeah.
Pruébala, está bien de sal.
Sí.
Okay.
Sí, qué bueno.
Pues esto ya está.
Yeah.
Ya, porque si no se nos quema.
Okay, now this part here is done.
Ya aquí ya está para echársela a las gorditas.
Okay, now we're just going to need to get the tortillas and make the little salad part to the top. So we'll get to that here in a little bit, but the meat part is done. Okay guys, now these are our carrots that we just boiled in regular water, and now we are peeling them. Just taking the peel and the skin off of them. You can see I've got a peeler. Abuelita has a knife. Well, you think you're all that in the kitchen until Grandma shows up, huh? She's like, look here, Scooter, this is what you're supposed to do. But, yep, so now we are going to peel all these carrots and set them aside. And once we get all our carrots peeled, we'll get back with you for the next step. Okay guys, we are making the little salad that goes on top of the garnacha, and this is my sister-in-law helping us out here now, Liz. I will verify that Abuelita is not my grandma. She is Liz and my wife Lupita. I am not Mexican. I'm a white dude, so there's their grandma. And here we have about a half a cup of vinegar and about a cup of water, and we put a teaspoon, about a teaspoon of salt. None of these are exact measurements. Just do them to flavor, do them to taste. Do it till it's done. And so we're going to mix all this up with the vinegar water. This is just regular shredded cabbage. We're going to add in these cooked carrots that we just got them cooked into discs. We just got them cut into little discs like this. And over here, we're taking our tortillas that we grilled. We're putting them, Abuelita is going to fry them in lard in the cast iron skillet because there is, according to her, no other skillet than the cast iron skillet. So we're going to fry these for a little bit in lard. She's going to put a little bit of meat on top of the fried tortilla. Then we're going to put in a little bit of our homemade canned salsa that we made back in July. and then we'll put the salad mixture on top of that, and so it's going to be like a flat, imagine like a flat taco. It's going to be flat to start. You'll have your meat on top of your tortilla, a little bit of your salsa, a little bit of the salad mix on top with a little bit of cheese, and I'll show you the whole finished product here in a minute, because as you can tell, it's a little bit crazy in the kitchen right now. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo. So we'll see you guys here in a minute when we have the finished product. Okay guys, here we have our tortilla with our meat, and we're going to put a little bit of our salad mix on top of it like this. And we're going to put some salsa. And this here is just a little bit of fresh crumbling cheese we put on top, sprinkle a little bit on top. And of course, now's the time when we make sure that it's not poisoned before we let anybody else eat. Muy bueno. Bien riquísimo. Gracias, abuelita. It's very good, y'all. So, like I said, hopefully from the video you can get the gist of what we did, and try to put them together yourself. It's really easy to do, just takes a little bit of time, and it's really delicious. So, you guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz, the end.